Hello and welcome along to the mod roundup for the 17th of January 2020, and wow, we have quite a lot of mods today. Not quite as many placeables as we had yesterday. We have 3 sets of placeables today, which have multiple items, but that is actually kind of the theme of today's mods. Almost every mod released today has multiple mods inside it. So while there are only actually 10 individual releases, as you can see here, we've got so many more mods than that, and we don't even have all of them shown because this flag mod here, this has many more flags than I've put out. So let's go through these quickly. We have, of the 10 mods that are released today, or the 10 mod packs that are released today, 8 of them are available on PC and console, with just the 2 being on PC only. We're going to go through them. There's some very nice mods here, and we're going to start with a really nice mod today. So this is the NMC Center Mount L46. This is by the North Modding Company, and you will find this in the shop under forestry equipment. Now this is on both this is actually on PC and console, and is a really awesome forestry mod. It has a mid-placed crane on it, so you can load small logs at the front and longer logs at the back. Only 2 things are customizable on it. You've got your rim color, and you have got your main body color. So we'll put those in sort of the class settings, and yeah, I'd like that. It adds a maximum of 1,200 to it. So your base price for this is 26,000. Your options will cost a maximum of 1,200. So 27,200 is the most you'll pay for this, and that actually is a really cracking log trailer for this, and it just looks awesome. And if we come out of here and have a look at this here, we can jump into it, and you can see here it actually moves really smoothly, and I like that. I like that a lot. Really nice, really nice mod that. So if you've got your forestry, this is a recommended mod. As I said, it is available on PC and console, that one. Next up we have these 2 grey trailers here. So this is the Lizard D46 and D47 pack. Again, these are available on PC and console. And if we head into our shop again, you will find these located under trailers. We will do the D46 first. That is 5,000. It takes pretty much everything. It takes 6,700 litres minimum, so that's its base configuration. But if we pop into the shop here, we have lots of configuration options on this. So, oh, actually, no. I think that, looking back at that, 6,700. I think that's its maximum that it takes. We head back in, because it takes as a base 4,200 litres. So customizable rim colour with restricted numbers. Customizable main colour. So that does the main body of it. And then customizable design colour as well. So restricted sets of colours on this. That's actually quite a nice colour setup, I think. Then capacity is 4,200 or 6,700. You can go with Lizard 2 or Trollborg on the wheels. And then you have corrugated sides or flat panel sides. So lots of options here. If we go for the maximum configuration sections, I think the most is, most is Trelleborg, and flat sides adds a bit. Design colour, interestingly, does not cost you anything to change, as far as I can see. So, so, as I said, base price 5,000. 3,100 is your maximum configuration cost. So 8,100 for this. And not a bad little dolly trailer that for that kind of price. Its big brother, the D47, has a similar set of customization options. So this has 4,200 as its base capacity. It has, again, you have the choices of what you can set your colours to. So I'm going to do a slightly different setup to this. Now, this does have a slightly different choice in the colours here, in that not all of it changes. So not all of this is colour selectable. I don't know if that's an error with this, but certainly, yeah, it's not all colour selectable, this one. Capacity you can take up, again, to 6,700, but it does have some other configurations, as you can see here. So, yeah, a bale loading wagon with two sides off it, or two sides down, which I think is quite interesting. I will go back and just check the other one in a moment. Check that's not the case for that, but I don't think it was. Again, no cost, actually, for doing that. Lizard 2 and Trelleborg. So, again, we have a cost for the wheels. And the flat sides will, again, cost you money. So 7,000 is the base price, 3,100 in the extensions. Yeah, 10,100 for no extra capacity, interestingly. So I don't quite know what the advantage of getting the 47 over the 46 is. Now we'll just check that does this. Yeah, so this also has the bale loading wagon configuration to it. So yeah, no obvious advantage to picking the 47 over the 46. Capacities are the same, but it is $2,000 more. So interesting, I think, on that. Next up, we have everybody's favourite type of mod right now, because we've had an absolute huge number of them. And this is probably the smallest one we've seen for a while. This is a 2-meter cultivator. This is absolutely tiny. Very different to yesterday's. So it is literally called Cultivator 2 meters. You will find it, unsurprisingly, under cultivators for 1,500. It requires 30 horsepower, has a 2-meter width, and has a working speed of 8 miles per hour. Main color is configurable with a limited amount. Same for the design, which is your wheels and your tines. Wheels setup, looks like design color actually doesn't cost you anything. Wheels setup, you can either have that or with the shaft at the back. So maximum configuration costs for this is 1,300 to the original base price of 1,500. Takes it up to 2,800 for this. Interesting piece of kit, but yeah, I think if you're using a 2-meter cultivator, you are going to be there for a long time with a lot of stuff. I think that must have been a personal passion project of somebody, because I don't see a lot of people downloading that in game. I could be wrong, of course. Next up, we have what is probably I've got 2 mod packs in today's releases that are my favourite. Oh, I should say, if you do want this, this is on PC and console, this 2-meter cultivator, as is one of my 2 favourite mod packs from today. So this is the Vatterstad Carrier Pack. It is a pack of 4 disc arrows, all the Vatterstad carriers. You will find these under disc arrows, and this is basically them. Really nice pack, this. You get the Carrier 420 at 23,000. You get the Carrier 500 at 30. The Carrier 650 at 42,000. And the Carrier 820 at 68,000. Maximum power requirement is 220 horsepower. And this has a whopping 8-meter 8-meter width, so that is brilliant. So let's just go through these quickly, because there's not a lot of customization on these. So the 420 requires 120 horsepower, has a 4-meter width, works at 10 miles per hour, and has one customization option, which is the added bit on the back, which just says no or yes, but I'm guessing that adds those tines to the front. So, yeah, I quite like that. So that only adds 1,000 at most. So your 23,000 goes up to 24,000 for that. Similar on the Carrier 500, that requires 150 horsepower, has a 5-meter working width, 10 miles per hour working speed. And again, your only customization is adding the tines on. Only costs 1,000, takes your 30,000 price tag up to 31,000. Third one is the Carrier 650. That has a 190 horsepower requirement, 6.4 meters, 10 miles per hour. And again, single design configuration of the tines. 42,000 goes up to 43,000 with that £1,000 option. And finally, we got the Carrier 820. This requires 220 horsepower, has an 8 meter working width, works at 10 miles per hour as the others do. And again, you just add the tines on, and that will take you from 68,000 to 69,000. Really like this. This is a lot of width of disc harrow for not a lot of power and not a lot of money. Really, really nice that. And these are available on PC and console as well, as is our big piece at the back. So we're on to our placeables at this point. And this is this hay barn. I kind of wish this had come along before I placed my my Eurotunnel down for today's video. It was, this is a really, really nice hay shed. Basically, it is called Hay Shed, and yeah, nicely modelled, nicely done. Available in the shop in sheds under Hay Shed. It's 5,600, and yeah, costs £2 a day to maintain. Next up is this. So this is a grain silo extension. Again, nicely modelled. It does not have any tipping area, so this is an extension, not an actual somewhere where you can tip. It'll add extra space to your storage. You can find this under the silos in the shop, and costs £20 or 20 per day. Has a capacity of 90,000, so that adds 90,000 to your farm, and it will take wheat, barley, canola, corn, oats, sunflowers, and soybeans. So yeah, nice extension. That 154,000 to add that to your farm. I think that would go well on some American farms. Not something that I think you'd particularly see in the UK. That one. Then we're on to our ones down the back here. Oh yeah, that is also available on PC and console. Then we have the flags. Now, we have a lot of these. And if you want to show your support for your favourite brand, what better way than to throw a flag onto your farm? They all cost 1,000. We have, 4, 8... 12 flags available, ranging from Adco to Big Bud to Case to Challenger, Fent, JCB, John Deere, Lizard, Massey Ferguson, New Holland, Pioneer, and Wilson Trailers. So not every brand in the game, obviously, otherwise you'd have a ton of flags. But yeah, a good range of flags here. £1 a day to maintain them on top of the initial 1,000 cost. And yeah, they actually look quite nice. I'm liking how they're flapping in the window. There's a nice little bit of rust on the flagpoles, so those are all good. Again, those are available on PC and console too. Right, we're on to our first PC only mod, and that is this nice grey plough here. So this is the Agromet Una Atlas. Let's go and have take a gander at it in the shop. So as you'd expect, this is listed under ploughs. It is 6,500, 90 horsepower requirement. It's a 2 meter plough. Goes with a working speed of 7 miles per hour. The only customization is the main color, and the only choice for that is to go from grey to green. It adds nothing to the cost, so 6,500 is the most you will ever pay for this plough. 2 meter ploughs I always struggle with a bit. Then we're on to our other PC only mod. So this is the only other PC only mod that is released today. This is the U034 pack. Again, you can find this under plows. You've got the U34 and the U34-1. 7,800 for the U34. 9,000 for the 31-1. 34-1. 90 horsepower for the smaller one with a working width of 1.5 meters. That is tiny. And more expensive than the Atlas that we've just looked at. And then you got the 2 meters and 120 horsepower for the -1. Let's pop in here. Yeah, absolutely no customization on this. So 7,800 for the U034 and the U034/1. That again has no customization, so that is 9,000. And again, those are only available via or on the PC. Final mod for the day is my other favourite pack for the day, and this is massive. This one, 5 separate subsoilers in this pack. This is the Dundee 800 series. I'm using one of these already on the realism experiment, which I think I must have downloaded from somewhere else. It is this size one. This pack has a massive amount of these in here, and it's brilliant. You will find these under subsoilers, and yeah, you range from the 805 for 6,850 right up to the 813 for 22,700, which that requires a whopping 700 horsepower to pull that. So let's go through them individually quickly. So they all have the same customization. The 805, that requires 130 horsepower, is 2.8 meter width, 7 mile an hour working speed, has just the wheel set up as your customization options, and it basically just adds the very spiky roller to the back. That takes the price from 6,850 to 3,000 with an extra, 3,980 to 10,830. The 807 requires 250 horsepower, has a 3.5 meter working width, and has a base price of 8,650. That rises by 4,350 to 13,000 on adding of the roller. Thirdly, you've got the 809. That has a working width of 4.5 meters, requires 370 horsepower. So we're really increasing in the horsepower now. With the roller on this, that adds 5,400 to the base price of 10,700 to take it up to 16,100. Penultimate one of these is the 811. This requires 500 horsepower, has a 5.5 meter working width, has a working speed of 7 miles an hour. Wheels set up with the roller, that adds 8,500 to your 18,850 price tag to take it to 27,350. I can't get over how cheap that is. For a 5.5 meter, 500 horsepower requiring subsoiler, less than 30,000 is just incredible. And then we get to this. This is the crown of this. It requires 700 horsepower. It has a 6.5 meter working width, 7 mile per hour working speed. It adds 10,900 if you put the roller on the back, and takes it from 22,700 up to 33,600 for a subsoiler that's 6.5 meters wide and requires 700 horsepower. That is a beast. That is pretty much the biggest subsoiler in the game, I believe, and yeah, and costs nothing in the grand scheme of pieces of kit that requires this. As an example, I think a tractor to pull this would cost 10 times the price at least. That is a monster piece of kit for large farming. So yeah, that is an awesome pack. I really, really like that. And with that, oh yeah, that also is available on console as well as PC. So yeah, that is fantastic. If you're after some big subsoilers or some big stuff to do ploughing work on your console, there you go. Grab the Dondi. Absolutely fantastic mod. And that is it. That is a roundup of today's mods. There was a massive mod update, or mods in testing update today. Go check out the community page to see which items are included in there. Yeah, there's some nice stuff. We will be back with another one of these on Monday, and I hope you can join me for that. There's going to be a video released on, well, either later today, later today by the time this goes out. So please check that out. For now, though, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.